So I wanted to talk a little bit today about existential crisis. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, so let me give you the spelling. Existential crisis. I am still going through this book, IKIGAI. And I came across a paragraph in this book on page 41, which talks about existential crisis. In reading this book, IKIGAI, this paragraph was pretty interesting to me. It talks about existential crisis in a way that it is not, for example, a recognized diagnosis in a mental health condition. A American psychiatrist, Irvin Yalom, Irvin, last name Yalom, categorizes our existential problems into 4 ultimate concerns. And those 4 concerns would be death, as it relates to death, freedom, existential isolation, and meaninglessness. So in the paragraph it says, existential crisis, on the other hand, is typical of modern societies in which people do what they are told to do, or what others do, rather than what they want to do. So we are in life where we are told what to do, or we copy what others do, rather than getting into ourselves and figuring out what it is that we want to do. And it goes on to say they often try to fill the gap between what is expected of them and what they want for themselves with economic power or physical pleasure, or by numbing their senses. Gotta get them drugs in, that alcohol, whatever addiction it is, which it says it can even lead to suicide. So the individual realizes how empty he is inside. You feel empty inside when you're not doing your life purpose. You're just there for everybody else, and just every day going to work, or every day just a routine. And it becomes a void within self when we're not doing what we want to do and finding our life's purpose. He has to find a solution. Above all, he has to find his purpose, his reason for getting out of bed, which is the IKIGAI. So here's another paragraph. It says, quote unquote, "I feel empty inside." In a study conducted by the Vienna Polyclinic Hospital, Frankel's team found that 55% of the patients they interviewed were experiencing some degree of existential crisis. According to logotherapy, discovering one's life purpose in life helps an individual fill that existential void. So Frankel, a man who faced his problems, turned his objectives into actions, could look back on his life in peace as he grew old. He didn't have to envy those enjoying their youth, because he had a broad set of experiences that showed he had lived for something. So he don't need to look at the young people and say, I wish. Nah. Fulfillment. Finding life's purpose. For self. And when I think about this and I read this, I think back in the day, one of those cringe phrases used to just annoy me so much. And people would just say, "Do you, boo," quote unquote. "Do you, boo." That was the quote. It's like we pick up quotes from other people and we say things other people saying without any solution, without any suggestion, with just do you boo. I'm like, what in the hell? Do you boo? Whatever. So anyway, so how long can an existential crisis last? Existential crises are very personal experiences that one goes through. Everyone is different, keep in mind. So in the same way, no two persons' mental health journey is the same. Neither is navigating these type of crises. It can last anywhere from a few days to a few years, especially if it goes unaddressed for long periods of time. So that's why they say, try to go to counseling, get trauma therapy, and a lot of people say take it to your belief system, but it must be addressed, those critical things that you have been through, so that you can get to the point of finding your life purpose that will make you happy. So some solutions I have here to existential crises is, number one, keep in mind that you are not your trauma. You are not the trauma that you've been through. You are not the situations that you've been through, and everybody's trauma is different. So you can get through this, right? I looked online and came up with these bulletproof points from betterup.com blog, and some of the solutions would be rely on your loved ones. And I always say and believe and hear, always get a support system. Find your own support system. You go through trial and error. Some people are better for your specific personality than others, and sometimes you'll slip up and pick the wrong person, but keep going. You will find someone that fits you for your tribe. And also the next one is express how you feel. So to be able to talk about your life experiences with someone that is not dismissive of you, with someone that may not understand, but they're able to listen to you and you can relate to them. It makes you feel a lot better. Find joy in the small things in life, the teeny weeny small things that, where people say, oh, it's just the small things. Don't have to wait for to get your brand new house or the big fancy car or the brand new job. Look for really teeny weeny small things that just make you smile. Focus on what you can control. So a lot of times in life, there are things that happen, wrongdoing of people and things that don't fit what we believe in or our personalities, and we can't control it. We can't control everyone. Even say, for example, in family situations, intimate relationships, work relationships, we try to control things in the way where we think they should be, but we can't control them most times. And if we can't control them, we just gotta let it brush off the shoulder and let it be, So they say keep a gratitude journal. I hear this a lot about a gratitude journal. Me, for one, I'm pretty unorganized. I have papers everywhere, all over, and if I write in one book, I'm writing another page in another book. So what I found, you have to find out what's good for you and your personality. Keeping a gratitude journal is a very, very good idea. It helps you get to the point of speaking your words clear, getting to the point of writing your book, or getting to the point of making your music. But everyone is not going to sit down and have a journal and write on a journal. So some things that I have done, I'll give you a pointer to, is on your phone. It's called voice recording. So that has been easier for me when I'm driving, or I'm driving to work, or I'm in the restroom, or I'm cooking. I click on that little red button and just start recording my voice as soon as I have a thought, you know, or I'm sleeping and I wake up and I had a dream, or I have a thought from laying there in bed, and I'll click voice record, and because I won't remember what I thought about. So that has been beneficial for me, is the voice recorder. They say practice mindfulness and meditation. Be mindful at the things, you know, we have to sweep around our own doors and find out, instead of complaining about other people and belittling other people and judging other people, how do we sweep around our own front door? By being mindful in the things that we do and say to others. How have we hurt somebody personally? Me hurt somebody this day, before the day is over, and just be mindful and recognize that. How can I get better at the things that I do that I want to get better at, not because somebody tell me to, unless I'm open and understand that it's some constructive criticism that is coming my way. Meditation, they said mindfulness and meditation. So meditation, the second part of that. So I don't, you know, I've watched Joe Dispenza quite a bit and learned a little bit about, and Alicia Keys meditation, Tony Robbins meditation, and the what is it when he does this? Can't think of it now, but it's very good when I call it getting quiet, because I don't get into I have not gotten into the deep meditation, you know, and the meditation techniques that most people use. I do, which has helped me a lot, get quiet. I focus on the thoughts that I do have that come my way when I am quiet. And it's funny because, you know, going through life, and when you're married and you have kids and you know, working every day, and, you know, family life, blah, 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 you don't have as much time to figure out what's going on in here. You don't have time to silence this and take the time to silence this to figure out what is going on in this that you carry around every single day. So they call it meditation. Meditation is good, but do it the way what fits you, what fits your personality. Find a way to get quiet. Join a support group. Some things I have done is, according to me and my life, I have been involved in specific groups, which has helped me. So you find what makes you happy and what relates to you, and how can someone that have walk the path that you have walked that makes you feel comfortable to be around, someone that understands you and you understand them. Join those type of groups. Not something that is going to manipulate you, not something that is going to isolate you if you don't do as as you are told to do and demanded to do. And then finally, it says reconnect with your life purpose. So it'll come. It's going to come. You'll find out by every day, by doing these things, and you're getting quiet, and you start the things that you do every day that really makes you happy. You're going to figure out your life purpose. It's going to make you so happy. And then when it's time for you to lay in that bed and get ready to go to whatever you believe in. I just happen to believe in God, and then when it's time for the good Lord to take me, I could smile and say, good job, Em. Good job. Peace.